Hey guys, welcome back to another 3D design tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be making an abstract wallpaper using nodes in the shading tab. And this is how our final scene is going to look like. So these are the steps we're going to be following today for our project, and I would highly recommend you guys to pause the video and try it yourself first before following along with the instructions. So we can start off by creating a new file, and we can delete the default cube and add a UV sphere. Now we can go into edit mode and let's right click and then select subdivide. And down under here, you should see a menu for subdivision. And for the smoothness, let's make it all the way up to 1. And now we can go back into object mode. And now we can right click and click on shade smooth. And let's bring this upwards a bit. Now let's add a plane for the ground and let's scale it up. And now let's add a camera. And for the resolution, we can change it to whatever resolution your phone may be. But I'm going to go with 1080 by 2400. And now that we have it, we can just adjust our camera. Now that I'm done adjusting my camera, we can go into the shading tab and let's add a new material for the ground. And the first thing to do is to make the metallic all the way up till 1. Next, we can bring down the roughness so it becomes shiny, as you can see in the scene below. And for the color, let's change it to make something purple-ish. And now for the sphere, we need 2 different textures and we can mix them using a mix shader. So let's add the mix shader first. And our first shader can be this. And we can leave everything on default settings. And for the second shader, let's add an emission shader. And let's plug this in over here. And we can change this to a light pinkish color. And we can make the strength 15. Now for the FAC. The FAC determines how these 2 textures are being mixed. And for that, let's add a new texture over here. So first, let's add a Voronoi texture. And let's also add a Musgrave texture. You can plug in the height to the vector. And to connect this, let's add a color ramp so we can adjust the settings further. So now we can plug in the distance from here to the FAC. And the color from here to this FAC. Okay, and now let's adjust the scale here. And make this something like 18. And now you should see some pattern forming over here. And if you go into the render preview mode over here, we should be able to see this better. And if you can't see it, make sure to make the world color here completely black because it's gray by default. After doing that, you should be able to see something like this. And now I feel like it's glowing too much. So what I can do, we can bring up the blacks over here and we can bring it closer. And we can also bring in the white a bit. And you can keep adjusting the scale till you find something that you like. And I can also bring this down a bit. And now to render this scene, you can just go and click on render and render image. So that's the end for today's project. And in the next video, we're going to be making a physics simulation and animating it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next video.